to it. Listen to it. I made this shit look too easy.
If you've ever caught yourself staring in the mirror thinking, damn, I'm ugly as shit. First off, you're not alone. But second of all, you're probably wrong. A lot of times when we're talking about looks, it's not only about your facial structure or your body. Sure, that stuff helps, but what it really comes down to is how you present yourself. Have you ever noticed how average looking guys or girls walk into the room and they just command attention? It's not magic. The shit be grooming, posture, and energy, bruh. A clean haircut, good clothes, obviously great hygiene is 80% of the battle. You can have the best jawline, all that bullshit, but if you look like you haven't slept in 3 days or brushed your teeth in 6, I guarantee you everybody in that hoe is gonna think you're ugly. So instead of asking yourself, am I ugly? The better question is, are you putting in enough effort into yourself? You got people out here that are maxing out their looks like it's a goddamn full-time job. Skincare routines, teeth whiteners, getting in shape, great sense of style, hair care, it's work, bruh. So when you're comparing yourself to people that you think look good naturally, a lot of times, bro, they're just putting in way more effort than you are. A lot of you niggas don't even wash your face properly, but you expect to look like a K-pop star with perfect skin. A lot of these hoes on IG, they just be using filters. But you say you above editing your photos, so you just post your shit raw with your weak ass Android quality.
They all keep on saying the iPhone better than Android. It's just as good, and it has the same amount of quality.
I'm not telling y'all to start popping out and catfishing people, but you ain't got no lighting, no poses, no effort. I mean, what type of results do you expect with that? Some of y'all niggas still got photos from 3rd grade on your goddamn Instagram. Come on, bro. I remember times back in school when I would really be comparing myself to everyone, and I just couldn't get over the feeling that I was the ugly friend. Whether it was my skin, whether it was the fact that I was just way too skinny. A lot of the girls that I was showing interest in, they were more interested in my friends. And don't get me started with the awkward energy shit, man. Y'all already know how this shit go. But after years of trial and error, I've started to notice that a nigga just wasn't even trying, bro. So when I started dressing better, standing taller, and just overall being more confident, people started noticing. And it's not because I suddenly morphed into some model figure overnight. My nigga, I still don't look like a model. I bet some of y'all look at me right now and be like, yo, Berto's ugly as shit. Hey, that's your opinion. But I guarantee you the version of me now compared to the version of me that wasn't confident and didn't know how to carry himself, yeah, I'm getting to it, bro. Going through that process made me realize that a lot of times it's not even that you ugly, you just unfinished for real. Another great example of this is haircut depression. I know my brothers can relate to this, man. Sometimes you be feeling like the world is ending, you looking around, you feel depressed, you looking in the mirror, you're like, bro, I'm ugly as fuck. When all your ass really need is a haircut. If you go sit down in that barber chair and get your ass a little fresh cut, when you stand up and look in the mirror, you be feeling like you can take over the world. All of a sudden, the sky is brighter, the grass is greener. You start telling your friends about your goals and shit. You want to start going to the gym all of a sudden. When I haven't had a haircut in a while, I feel like the world is ending. Berto with a fresh cut versus Berto that looks homeless are two different people. That shit right there is a perfect analogy of everything I'm talking to you guys about today. If you look better, you're gonna feel better, and if you feel better, you're gonna perform better in life. And another big thing, man, sometimes it's not even you. It's where you are and the people you're around. If you're constantly around people that don't respect you, always making you feel like lesser of a person, you're obviously gonna be in a position where you're gonna question your self-worth. Sometimes if you put that same version of you in a different environment, new city, new job, new friend group, all of a sudden things are flowing and you're gonna feel a lot more valuable than you ever did. But I know what it is, you comfortable in your bullshit. And it's crazy to say, you are more comfortable being in that same friend group, job, that same area that makes you feel like shit. When you look around, there's nobody that acts like you, there's nobody that talks like you, there's nobody that dresses like you, and you wondering why you feel like an outcast. But you're too afraid to make that leap and take that risk because you are comfortable. But that same comfort is why you feel like shit. And it don't even gotta be about disrespect. But let's just keep it a stack. If you're into like New York hip hop style type of fashion, but you live in Ohio, and when you looking around, nobody is into the shit that you're into. At some point you gotta understand, it's not that you ugly or don't know what's W fits. It's just that Tyler from Ohio doesn't relate to you, bro. We've all heard the sayings a million times. You are what you eat, you are who you hang around. So it's up to you to decide whether you're gonna make that move or not. depending how old you are, this one might feel a little bit controversial, but in the long run, I promise you, confidence will always beat looks every single time. Because you could have looks, but you could still be a lame. You could have looks, but you could still be broke. You could have looks, but you could still be awkward around people. Versus confidence makes up for a lot of that shit. You could be ugly, but if you're confident, people are gonna take you more serious. When you're confident and have money, who's gonna tell you no? When you have a good sense of style and you're confident, you walking in the room and everybody's like, who the fuck is that? Confidence makes people see you more attractive, more trustworthy, and just overall makes them more comfortable around you. I don't want to sound like some cringe cliche ass nigga, but you could literally trick people into thinking you're more attractive just from your confidence alone. Something else that I had to stop doing is realizing that I'm just having a bad day. When you're tired, you're stressed, you're angry, you're sad, there's just a lot of bullshit going on with you at the moment. You have to be very careful about overanalyzing yourself in these moments because you're emotional. Nobody sees you the way that you see yourself when you talking shit in the mirror about how your life sucks and how ugly you are. You scrolling yourself to sleep watching brain rot on TikTok at 2 o'clock in the morning. You over here putting negative thoughts in your head about that version of yourself because you had a bad day. When in actuality, people that you interact with every day, most people see you when you animated, you smiling, you moving around in the real world, not just stuck in this one critical moment. You gotta stop comparing yourself to the worst fucking photo you have of yourself in your camera roll, my nigga. I promise you, the baddest, most beautiful person on this earth has a very ugly, unflattering photo of themselves. Everybody has bad days. You gotta stop weighing the version of yourself that's living every day in real time to that one singular moment in your life. You're not as ugly as you think. You're probably just underestimating your potential. And I know there's just certain shit that we just can't control in this world. Your nose might be too big. My eyes are too far apart from each other. What the fuck you want me to do about it? It is what it is, bro. You're over focusing on the wrong thing. Some people like my hair. Some people probably like your jaw structure. All of us come in all shapes and different sizes, my nigga. It is what it is, but you gotta figure out what works for you. If you start treating yourself like you matter, I guarantee you the world around you is also gonna take notice. If this video brought any value to you guys, make sure you drop a like. Let me know in the comment section what you're gonna start working on. Because trust me, man, you're way closer to your glow up than you think you are, bro. You just gotta put the effort in. Just try. You're not ugly. You're just not finished yet, bro.
Where you at, Berto?